The NBA playoffs are here, and for today's video, I have the best 4 plays on the board with all the stats, breakdowns, and analysis that you need to know before the games tip off. Now, guys, tonight it is a really small slate, right? We only have 2 games on the board, but guys, that did not stop me from diving deep, and I'm talking real deep, Ron Jeremy deep, into the weeds to find 4 really strong plays for tonight's action. So be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel because you know I'll be back with a new video for tomorrow's slate of games. And if we get to 10 likes on today's video, I am going to throw a bonus pick into tomorrow's video. Guys, I am literally just 1 subscriber away from cracking 1,000 on the channel. Who wants to be that guy that puts me over the top? Really appreciate you, whoever you are. Now, guys, just to catch you up on what's been happening, we have been absolutely hot inside my VIP community lately. We had a 6-1 day on MLB picks just yesterday with no NBA action on the slate. My betting model has been scorching hot, and we're looking to keep that going with today's action in the NBA and in the MLB. Now, guys, if you want my very best picks every single day, don't get me wrong, today's picks on this video are fire, but if you want my very best picks every single day, join my community using the link that is in the description of this video. It's also going to be in the pinned comments. Inside, you can have my very best picks texted right to your phone every single day. But there's also a Discord community, the best Discord community in the world, in my opinion. We got 288 sports fanatics talking NBA playoffs, MLB baseball, the NFL draft. Obviously, we were recently talking the Masters, March Madness, etc. We have, this is where we're all hanging out together. We're sweating our picks. We're celebrating our wins. We're lamenting our losses together as a family. And of course, this is also where I am hosting monthly contests and monthly giveaways literally every single month. In March, of course, we did March Madness brackets. The top 2 scorers each received a $50 gift card to Amazon. In April, of course, we are doing an NFL mock draft competition. The winner, or whoever scores the most points in that, I haven't yet landed on the prize. I'm thinking it's going to be an autographed NFL jersey of their choice. TBD on what that'll be, but either way, it costs nothing to enter the contest. It's just my fun way of saying thank you for supporting my community. So in short, guys, this is where 288 sports fans are hanging out, talking ball, and turning sports into daily money-making opportunities. Join the best dang sports community around using the link that I left in the description of this video, as well as the pinned comments. Guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the best 4 NBA bets that you are going to find today. Now, to get us started, we're not starting off with a sexy name, but we are starting off with a strong data-backed pick, one that's really easy to root for, one that's really easy to cash. We need one thing to happen, and that's Kel'el Ware to make at least 1 3-point shot in tonight's game. Now, when you pop open this prop, you are going to see a lot of green on the board. He has been getting 1 or more 3-pointer pretty much every single time he's on the court over the last several weeks. In fact, you'll see that he has 1 or more 3-pointer made in 11 straight games dating all the way back to March 23rd, almost an entire month of hitting at least 1 3-pointer. Obviously, that is terrific news. Even if you want to zoom out to his last 20, he's doing it 80% of the time in his last 20 games. He's doing it 73% of the time on the season, guys. He's played 77 games this year, and he's hit 1 or more 3-point shot in 56 of them, 73% of the time. He's absolutely crushing this one basically all season long. You're also going to see that he is A, shooting a little bit more frequently lately, and B, making those shots a little bit more frequently. On the season, you'll see he's averaging 3 attempts and he's shooting 40% from beyond the arc. But in his last 11, he is shooting 3.7 3-pointers per game and making 51%. Dude is shooting lights out right now. So he's attempting more shots and he's making them more frequently. All of that is obviously terrific news. Then again, you take a look at the matchup. He's going up against the Charlotte Hornets, who we're going to talk about plenty in today's video. Technically, the Hornets do rank top 10 in the NBA when it comes to three-pointers allowed. However, against centers, there are only 4 defenses in all of basketball that have allowed more three-point shots to opposing centers. The Hornets rank 26th. They're a bottom 4 defense when it comes to three-pointers allowed to centers. Obviously, great news when we need just one three-pointer from Kel'el Ware. In fact, Kel'el Ware has gone against these very same Charlotte Hornets 4 different times this season, and he's 3 for 4 against them on this particular prop. Great news. Last but not least, you take a look at the market. It's not a very big market. There's not a lot of apps, not a lot of books that are offering this. It's just PrizePicks, Fliff, Sleeper, Hard Rock, and Underdog, but all of them are bullish. Fliff has it at -125, Sleeper -135, Hard Rock -135, Underdog -139. Confident that Kel'el Ware is going to hit at least one three-point shot in tonight's game. Again, very easy prop to root for. Moving on to the next pick, guys, we have a Wisconsin boy, somebody who is very much celebrated in Wisconsin. That's Con Knuppel. Unfortunately, however, we are going to have to essentially root against him tonight because we are taking the under on Con Knuppel under 24.5 PR points plus rebounds. And here's why. You are going to see that he has 24 or fewer PR in 9 straight games. In fact, he's averaging just 18.67 PR over the last 9 games, dating back to March 28th. So about half a month now. And he's averaging, about 6 points beyond lower than where the line is currently set. Even if you want to zoom out to his last 20, he's hit the under on this particular prop 80% of the time, averaging just 21.35 PR per game. He's been under this prop 80% of the time, going all the way back to March 4th, over a month from right now. So you take a look at the matchup, you'll see that it does look tough on the surface, or it looks weak on the surface, I should say, which is not a good thing when you're considering the under. He's going up against the Miami Heat. They, of course, rank 22nd in the NBA in points allowed, so bottom 8. And 26th in the NBA in rebounds allowed, so bottom 4. However, the matchup does stiffen up at least a little bit when you look at how they perform against small forwards. They're still ranked 20th in the NBA in points allowed, so bottom 10, but a little bit more mediocre. But they rank 5th in the NBA when it comes to rebounds allowed to opposing small forwards. So a top 5 matchup in terms of difficulty if you're an opposing small forward going against the Miami Heat. Unless, in fact, you're going to see 4 of the last 5 small forwards that have gone up against the Miami Heat have landed short. They've been under on their points plus rebounds proposition. Last but not least, you take a quick look at the market, and you're going to see it's a very confident market pretty much throughout. Profit X is the most confident. They have it at -142. Sleepers -135. Fliff -125. DraftKings -124. Then you got Underdog, The Score, Caesars, and Novig all coming in at -120. Of course, you got PrizePicks at -119. FanDuel -118. So every book between FanDuel, PrizePicks, Novig, Caesar, The Score, Underdog, DraftKings, Fliff, Sleeper, Profit X. We're talking 10 different books landing anywhere between -118, -142. Very, very confident cascade that Con Knuppel lands under 24.5 points plus rebounds. Now, guys, with this next pick, you're going to see that it starts to get a bit Hornet heavy, considering there's only 2 games on tonight's slate. And honestly, that can be problematic on sites like PrizePicks or Underdog, where you need to have at least 2 players from 2 different teams. Now, thankfully, Betr has you covered, giving you a free winner in the Suns game tonight. They are going to hand you Devin Booker to go over 0.5 points plus assist. Even if you hate Devin Booker, you know he's going to get at least 1 point or at least 1 assist. Betr is going to give you this free winner, Devin Booker over 0.5 points plus assist. All you got to do is join Betr, use code BBSMikey. Not only are you going to get that free winner in tonight's action, but you are also going to get $200 in sign-up bonuses just by using code BBSMikey. So guys, if you only like one of these plays and you only want to go with one of these Charlotte Hornets picks, you can easily pair that up with Devin Booker just by using code BBSMikey over on Betr. Be sure to check it out. Now, like I mentioned, guys, we already have a Charlotte Hornet in the slip, but the data forced me to include this third pick in today's video because the data just looks so dang good on this one. Even though it's not very exciting, it's certainly not sexy, we are going to be rooting for Ryan Kalkbrenner to go over 6.5 points plus rebounds, and here's why. You are going to see that he has 7 or more PR in 8 out of his last 10 games, including each of the last 7 games. A lot of green on the board. He's 7 for 7. He's 6 for 6 just in the month of April alone on this particular prop. Even if you wanted to zoom out to his last 20, you're going to see that dude is doing this 80% of the time over his last 20. In fact, he's averaging 10.65 PR, points plus rebounds per game, over his last 20 games. Heck, even if you wanted to zoom out to the whole season, guys, he has played in a very nice 69 games this year, and he's gone over in 60 of them. He's hitting this mark 87% of the time in 2025, averaging 13.01 per game. Last but not least, he has 7 or more PR, 8 or more PR really, in 17 of his last 19 games against bottom 10 defenses, 4 points allowed. And that's exactly what he gets in tonight's matchup with the Miami Heat. He gets a bottom 8 defense in points allowed. He gets a bottom 4 defense in rebounds allowed. They're literally ranked 22nd, 26th in points and rebounds allowed. Kalkbrenner himself, he's gone up against the Miami Heat 4 different times this season, and he's hit the over in 3 of them, and he's cleared it pretty easily with 16, 15, and 9 in those 3 games. Last but not least, you take a look at the market, and once again, you're going to see a very bullish, very confident market that Ryan Kalkbrenner is going to go over 6.5 points plus rebounds. DraftKings has it at minus 125, as does the score. Caesars has it at minus 128. Profit X has it at minus 136. Fliff has it at minus 140. And of course, Sleeper has it at minus 149. Very, very confident, very, very bullish. So we are looking at Kalel Ware over 0.5 3-point shots made. Con Knuppel to land under his PR prop, 24.5. And Ryan Kalkbrenner to go over his PR prop, 6.5. Again, guys, if you only want one of those and you want to easily pair it up with Devin Booker over 0.5 points plus assist, download Betr, use code BBSMikey. You're going to get that free winner plus $200 in sign-up bonuses. Now, guys, for today's bonus pick, the last pick of the day, you are going to see we are staying Hornet heavy. We are staying on the Charlotte Hornets once again, but here's the kicker. It does not matter for this particular pick because I am not taking this pick on Betr, on PrizePicks, on Underdog, on DraftKings, on FanDuel, on Sleeper. I'm not taking it on any of those DFS type sites or even most sports books. Instead, I am hammering Coby White to go over 15.5 points plus assist at minus 112 odds over on Novig. Why? The payout is better, as always, on Novig, which I'm going to show you guys in just a minute. But as for the pick itself, you are going to see Coby White does have 18 or more PA in 7 out of his last 10 games, averaging 18.6 per game along the way, so a full 3 points over what the line is currently set at, which is 15.5. Zoom out to his last 20 games with the Charlotte Hornets, you're going to see it's pretty consistent. He's doing it about 70% of the time, averaging 18.9 per game. You'll take a look at the matchup. Nothing scary about it. He's going up against the Miami Heat. They rank 22nd in the NBA in points allowed, 19th in the NBA in assists allowed. And when you zoom into how they perform against Coby White's position, which is shooting guard, you're going to see they are a mouth-watering matchup for opposing shooting guards. They rank 26th and 22nd in the NBA in points allowed, assists allowed. You look at where Coby White butters his bread, it's in the points category. 20, 17, 13, 18, 24, 27, 12, 27. And now he's going up against a bottom 4 defense when it comes to points allowed to opposing shooting guards. Guys, it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if he clears this points plus assist props on points alone, just based purely on the matchup. In fact, he has had his way against the Miami Heat, guys. He is 8 for 8 against the Miami Heat on this particular prop, over 15.5 points plus assist, dating all the way back to February of last year. Now, sure, that is going to include his time with the Chicago Bulls, but you're also going to see he's 2 for 2 against the Miami Heat with the Charlotte Hornets in his last 2 games against them, including putting up 27 points plus assist his very last time against them on March 17th. He had 24 points alone in that game, okay? Then you take a look at how the public is treating this game, and it's very much on the over, and it's very much on the Hornets to cover. We see 75% of bets, 63% of money is on the over, expecting higher scoring environment, but also 63% of bets and 76% of money is on the Hornets to cover the spread in this game, which tells us it could be a higher scoring game, particularly on the Hornets side of the ball. Those are good things when you're considering the over on Coby White, over 15.5 points plus assists. Now, guys, this is where things get really, really exciting. And this is why I'm not taking it on PrizePicks, Underdog, any of those, but I'm hammering it over on Novig. You are going to see a bullish market here. The Score and Hard Rock both have it at minus 125, Caesars minus 129, Fliff minus 135, Sleeper minus 141, PrizePicks minus 119, and then you got my personal favorite, which is Novig. They have it at the best price, which is minus 112. You're getting the best possible payout over on Novig. Guys, that is not outside of the norm. That happens all of the time on Novig. When I'm sending out my best picks via text message and via Discord every single day, I usually include at least one Novig specific play every single day because they're constantly giving you out the best price. Also, Novig is not like PrizePicks. It's not like a DFS app where you need to have 2 or more players from 2 different teams to submit an entry. In fact, the fact that we are Hornet heavy in this particular video doesn't even matter for this particular pick, because if you want just Coby White on his own to go over 15.5 points plus assist, you can play it by itself. You don't need 2 or more players in the slip to submit an entry. It operates much more like a typical sports book, even though it's not a sports book. It's a prediction market, which is why I personally can play on Novig in Wisconsin, even though we can't play on any sports books in Wisconsin. It's a great solution. It's my favorite place to play. Highly recommend checking out Novig, especially if you want to do just one-man slips across the board. And guys, if you use my code BBSMikey, the exact same code that we talked about on Betr, Novig is going to give you a $50 bill when you spend just $5. So guys, go ahead and throw in this Coby White over 15.5 points plus assists on Novig. Collect that minus 112 payout. Even if it's somehow crashed and burned and missed, you're still up $45 because Novig is giving you $50 when you just spend $5. The links for Betr, the links for Novig, the links for my community, the links to get all my picks texted to you, all of that is right in the description of today's video. So guys, to recap, we are going with Kel'el Ware over 3.5, over 0.5 3-pointers made. Concanupple to land under 24.5 points plus rebounds. Ryan Kalkbrenner to go over 6.5 points plus rebounds. If I had to choose one out of the 2 here, by the way, if you only want to go with one Hornet in the slip, I would go with Kalkbrenner over Concanupple. I am taking these on Betr. Use promo code BBSMikey. You're going to get a $200 bonus. You're also going to get that free Devin Booker winner in tonight's action. And then, of course, I am taking Coby White to go over 15.5 points plus assists, but I'm taking it on Novig at minus 112 odds. Use code BBSMikey on Novig. You're going to get $50 when you just spend $5. Guys, that is going to do it for today's episode. As you know, I will be back tomorrow to cover the next slate of NBA playoff games. I'm also going to be sending out several Major League Baseball picks inside my VIP community today. You can join that using the link that's in the description of this video. But if you're digging the content, guys, like the video. Again, if we get to 10 likes on today's video, I'm going to throw a bonus pick into tomorrow's video. Subscribe to the channel. We're about to transition into baseball videos. We got some NFL best ball stuff coming up. Lots of stuff coming down the line. You're not going to want to miss it. So subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications. Let me know if you were the 1,000th subscriber, because I will love you forever if that's you. Otherwise, that's all I got for you guys. Good luck tonight. Enjoy the NBA playoffs. I will see you tomorrow, and let's make some money.